Out of the core everyday challenges that we always have to work through is this basic task of getting around our apartment here in BGC. Due to a set of neurological conditions that Khrys developed in March of last year, she now has a lot of difficulty with her lower body not functioning properly. This starts with the simple act of standing up. The biggest challenge with that is definitely her left ankle being always inverted while being very stiff most of the time, despite the medicine that she's taking for it. Here you can see me performing a maneuver of trying to straighten her ankle with my right foot, while holding her up so that she doesn't fall. Sometimes though, an attempt at walking just doesn't work out, so I have to get her back to a sitting position so that I can actually straighten out her ankle and also relax it in order for her to be able to start using it again. Her ankle, as well as most of her lower leg, often works like a tight spring that is pushing inward with a very high force. The second big problem is that she is simply not able to balance by herself, so she needs constant support while standing up. When you see her grinning like this, it is because her lips are also very tight and unable to close properly. This causes a lot of difficulty in both speaking as well as chewing her food. I often push her left leg to the side to give her a wider stance so that she could not only have a potentially better balance, but also try to straighten out her ankle using her own body weight. The muscle relaxing medicine that she's taking make her very drowsy. That's why you see her yawning so much. Now we're starting to do her balancing exercises. She always has a very strong tendency to fall backwards, even if she's leaning slightly forward. Because of this, she has to greatly overcompensate the way you see here. Right now, we're trying to find the very narrow sweet spot between leaning forward and falling back, so that she can stand up on her own, at least for a little while. I was telling Khrys to practice maintaining her balance by starting from a position leaning way forward. The trick is to move to the upright position really slowly. Otherwise she ends up missing that delicate sweet spot right in between falling in either direction. I figured this was the best way for her to maintain an upright position on her own and keep on building that to improve her balance little by little until she can feel comfortable enough to stand up more upright. Another technique we came up with was for her to use her arms as well as her torso and extend them forward to aid in keeping from falling backwards. With lots of trial and error, she was able to reach this personal best record of 1 minute and 43 seconds. Sometimes though, we get distracted by enjoying the little things in life that we could still do together. Now it was time to make a trip to the bathroom. One progress in her condition that she made over the past several months was generally being able to make it to the bathroom in time. In part, it was through her intense focus on putting one foot in front of the other in long strides. The third issue that Khrys has with walking, besides the lack of balance and the stiffness of her ankle, is the long delay of her legs receiving the signals needed to keep moving. In this particular case, her walking was actually a little faster than many of the other times, because we didn't have to pause with each step for me to straighten out her ankle, using my foot as I continued to balance her movement. I often feel like a stabilization gimbal that one would use to stabilize a camera movement, as I use both of my arms to constantly counterbalance the shifting of her body weight. I always needed to be doing multitasking. Luckily, I've had plenty of practice by now.
A few minutes later.
When you see her putting her hands to her lips like this, it is because she's trying to force them to close. I sometimes need to do this for her while she's eating so that she can properly chew her food. Her lips being so stiff all the time is one of the biggest frustrations that she has to deal with. I always have to rush to get the towel for her because you never know when she starts falling when you least expect it if I'm not holding her up myself. And so this is a small glimpse of what makes up a big portion of our daily routine. It has now been a year and 5 months since she came down with this condition. Yet, we remain hopeful that with a combination of medicine, physical therapy, and exercise, she will one day return to her normal self. I thank you for watching this video to the end. If you would please hit the like button and leave a comment, that would be greatly appreciated, as it helps my channel out a lot. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check the bell icon to receive notifications of my upcoming videos. Always take care of yourselves and each other, and of course, keep looking out for more videos coming at you from the Time-Lapse Traveler.